Well, hello. It is Wednesday afternoon, July 9th, and this would have been my mom's 80th birthday. I think I started this after she passed away. I really started focusing this in the fall of 2023, and she passed in May of 2023, the week before Mother's Day. And it's really funny. Well, I shouldn't say funny. I know for a lot of people, losing family is not. But as my sisters and I were texting back and forth this afternoon, the reality would be that, a lot of times when our parents and grandparents and other family members get to that point in life where they reach those milestones, you throw the party, the celebration, and that's the exact last thing that our mom would want. She was not a party person. She really didn't want a lot of attention focused on her. And I joked, I said, if there was ever an elder woman who was meant to live in a time of Zoom, it would be my mom. Because all she would want, honestly, would be to get on a Zoom chat with my sisters and I and our families. With my daughter, her granddaughter, and obviously the stepchildren, which also include the fur children that my sisters have, because they both have dogs. They've both had dogs and cats. That would be what she would want, and that would be it. And there are a lot of challenges that we've all faced. There were a lot of challenges that she faced in life, and on a day like today, when you realize that something should have happened and it didn't, that it does make you realize it a little bit. And the only thing, I shouldn't say the only thing, it really is the most important thing that she did in raising us was really instill a significant amount of strength to deal with life's challenges, and also the importance of understanding why we are here. And you've heard me talk about the importance of duty, that really needs to be our focus in life. At least that's what I believe, and that's what I've tried to do in my life. That our intentions and that our focus need to be on the execution of duty rather than the pursuit of power. My dad certainly set that example, and he still does to this day. The other individuals who were there to guide me and that I could learn from their example in life did the same thing where I grew up, and that also includes many members of my family. And I will also say that was my mom as well. We had at times a challenging relationship, mostly due to beliefs and other characteristics. It was never what I would say extremely difficult, and yet at the same time there were some challenges. And I know that many of you have had that with your parents, and you may still have that with your parents. And yet at the same time, there was always an appreciation of what she instilled. I've been around now long enough in life that I was able to appreciate it while she was alive, and I can continue to appreciate it today. And so, again, this would have been my mom's 80th birthday. I know for some of you, you kind of have those dates every year that you think about what would have been your parents' birthdays, or maybe a very special grandparent, maybe even a spouse or a child. And I know those days are not easy. And in my family's case, it doesn't mean it's a day off. And I imagine it doesn't for most of you. You still got to go to work. You still got to do everything you've got to do, and you just got to keep it in mind and hopefully show your appreciation to those who have passed on with the example that you set in the present. Hopefully that meant something. What I said meant something. At least it made sense. And y'all have a good rest of the day.